Hello, everybody, and welcome into another Red Wings News and Rumors here at the Hockey Writers. I'm your host, Matthew Zator, and as always, joined in by Jordan Orth. Jordan, the Red Wings have kind of turned it around since we last spoke. They've had a couple wins in the last week, and maybe on a bit of a roll to hopefully after falling a bit down in those standings. How's it going?
Good. It was good to see them, battle through that game last night against Seattle, pull off the win. So hopefully they can keep rolling.
For sure, yeah. I mean, like we said in the last video, it's not like they fell too far out of the race, but a few wins here and get right back into that thick of the Atlantic Division, for sure. But I want to start the video though, not on anyone that's on the Red Wings right now, and that is Sebastian Cossa in the AHL right now too. He's been on fire. I mean, there's not much more you can say. 10-1 on the season, 1.56 goals against average, 943 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. Pretty much a brick wall down there. Biggest question is, I mean, when will the Red Wings give him a chance in the NHL? Because it looks like he's figured out the AHL at this point.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, it's got to be okay. We got to see what he's made of. You've got the comparison between him and Wallstead from Minnesota. Being in the same draft class, and you see what Wallstead's doing for the Wild right now. But I mean, if you don't see Gibson, he's had a couple decent games. If you don't see him kind of turn the corner, maybe you do go the three-headed monster in that just to try to give him some playing time and give Gibson a little bit more rest while not having to ride Talbot too hard. But I mean, I think at some point this year I don't know if I want to go as far as say you have to, but you might as well. I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot left to prove in the AHL. He's developed and improved each year he's been down there. So, I mean, at some point, like I said, it's time to see what he's made of. And he's been sitting down there. I shouldn't say sitting. He's been playing down there for long enough. In my mind, I mean, yeah, it takes goalies longer to develop. But I think at some point this year, if it means they get rid of one of the goaltenders, not saying that Gibson's going to go anywhere or Talbot, but if something were to come up that, say, a team like Edmonton calls and says, hey, can we get something worked out? And they do. I mean, you got to give them a chance. You don't want to bring them up and have them playing every 3 or 4 games instead of playing every other game or whatever down in Grand Rapids. But I think that there's a good chance in my mind that he does get that legit chance at some point this season, whether it's a week from now, 3 weeks. I mean, I think they're realizing, okay, we've got to give them a shot at some point.
Yeah.
So
for sure. I mean, the thing is, it's kind of the same. I mean, similar situation to what the Wild did. They had Marc-Andre Fleury kind of blocking him for a while there, and then last season he didn't have the best season in the AHL, but then Fleury retires, and they didn't sign another veteran or anything like that. I said, well, Wallstead's the backup. And they've kind of gone a 1A, 1B now in Minnesota. And I think that's where the Red Wings kind of would go with it next season for sure. Talbot goes, and then you have Gibson and him. And that's where you got that 1A, 1B where Kossa's not sitting for a long time. He gets regular reps with a veteran with him. So it's like, I think that's the path. I don't know with this season when that will happen. Like they might deal – I would say Talbot's the guy that they trade. Gibson just got here. You're not going to get rid of him yet. I think there's a chance that happens, like you say, this season at some point. But yeah, Cossa does need a chance in the NHL to see what he has. I mean, he has that one start. I mean, it's not like last season where he played one game, had the win, and then since hasn't had any other NHL experience. So it's and he hasn't had an opportunity this season when he's been on fire and his confidence is high. I think he should be given some sort of chance, not just one off, right?
Yeah, I mean, it probably boils down to some of it too. The goalie situation down in Grand Rapids, whether guys are healthy. I know they've been battling injuries throughout the whole organization, goalie wise. So I mean, obviously, you don't want to screw over Grand Rapids or Toledo with moving guys around and whatever else too. So it's got to make sense from top to bottom to do it too. So
yeah, Yeah, I get that. I mean, the Griffins are on such a roll too. I mean, and Cossa, of course, is part of that. So I mean, yeah, I think they're a record-breaking type record right now. So they're doing pretty well, and it's not just their goaltender; it's their whole team. So I mean, I don't know if it's not fair to Cossa saying that he's a byproduct of that the Griffins are just playing really well. He's a big part of why they are as well. So we'll see when he gets that chance in the NHL at some point. All right. Well, you mentioned Gibson. He has gotten a couple wins under his belt. I mean, yes, he hasn't been dominant. I mean, he's still allowing 3-4 goals. But do you think he's looked better in the past few games? Where, I mean, that's where you want to see. Maybe he will get to a point where he's not allowing 3+ a game.
Right. Yeah. I think there's been times where he's looked better. I mean, there's still those inconsistencies. I mean, it's really going to happen with anybody, but I think it's confidence booster. I mean, as a veteran, you don't want to say he needs it, but he kind of does. I mean, he had a rough start to the year. So if you can start, racking up a couple wins and get rolling a little bit, maybe you trust him a little bit more, throw him out there in another game, see if he can keep it rolling. But I think he puts another couple of starts together where he's looking more like himself and starts playing and putting wins together, stacking them. I mean, yeah, I think he's going to turn the corner. 2 games, I wouldn't say necessarily turning the corner quite yet. But, yeah, you put a couple more starts together where you look solid. You get, again, helps that the defense plays better in front of you too. But you get him rolling. I mean, yeah, then you're in the position, well, okay, we don't want to take the hot hand out of the net, so someone like Cossa will end up likely staying in Grand Rapids more for probably the long term of the season down there in Grand Rapids. But yeah, I think you put, again, another couple starts together. I think you can say he's turning the corner, and they definitely need it with, again, an 82-game season and 2 older goaltenders. You need both of them playing. So.
Sure. And I mean, his next, I mean, potentially, I don't know, they haven't really said who's starting the next game, I don't believe, against the Canucks on, well, it'll be today as you guys are watching this. And Gibson has a ridiculous record against the Canucks. His stats are really good. So, I mean, he's a bit of a Canucks killer. I know that by personal experience from the Anaheim Ducks. He got his first shutout against the Canucks in his rookie season. I believe it was his rookie season. And his numbers are pretty good. So I think if they're looking at that, and I don't know if they do, look at teams, how well these guys do well. And I mean, Gibson has really good stats against the Canucks. So he might be the guy against them later today. All right. I mean, speaking of the Canucks, we'll keep on this. I mean, we did have a bit of a section on Quinn Hughes last week, but there has been a bit more around it. It wasn't just, I was just asking you, what would you give up? There has been some talk about a package that potentially could be, and this is just, I was just going through and seeing what the common things are. And these are the names that are commonly put up. And that's Marco Kasper, Axel Sandin-Pellikka, or Daniels. It's not all 3. It's plus a first, second, and another roster player. Looking at this, I mean, maybe I'll get you to pick one of these guys that you would be okay with, I guess. Would this be the package that might get a deal done if it does go for the Red Wings?
I mean, if that's what they determine they need is Quinn Hughes on the back of their blue line, then yeah, I mean, again, picks aren't guaranteed to hit. And I mean, roster player, I mean, is it somebody that's going to be a long-term player for Vancouver, or is it going to be kind of one of those where you kind of need to do it for salary reasons, whatever else? But yeah, I mean, you look at the 3 young players that are mentioned, I would be hard-pressed to give up Sandin-Pellikka just because of the fact that you need the defensive core to be built up. And you get, again, we talked about last week, you get rid of someone like Sandin-Pellikka or even an Edmondson, you're kind of still in the same situation. Yeah, you got Quinn Hughes, but you're still got your back end still needs a couple more pieces. So you don't necessarily want to part with those pieces. But so if you look between Kasper and Danielson, yeah, Kasper's had kind of a rough start to the season, but you also know what he's got, and he's shown what he can do last year, how he played. Danielson he's still, I don't want to say in the he's still in the trial period, kind of. He's getting his feet wet more or less at this point, so you're kind of still trying to figure out what he's 100% got. So, I mean, I would be, if you're looking at those three, I would probably honestly be more okay with giving up someone like Danielson because you've got more of that center depth. Granted, Kasper's a center too, can play. And, I mean, you've got guys that are going to be coming up in the next couple of years too that can fill possibly that role in the second, third line center spot. So, I mean, I would be more inclined to give up someone like Danielson plus the picks and a roster player to go with that.
I mean, looking at this, Canucks have been interested in Marco Kasper. They were interested when he was in his draft year. So, I mean, there is some background there that they would be interested in getting a guy like Kasper. And I mean, I know very well about the center depth that the Canucks have right now. It's very thin. And Kasper is kind of close to being that full-time NHL player. He hasn't obviously hit whatever ceiling he does have. But right now, I think he is, I mean, obviously a lot better than what the Canucks have at this point.
Right.
It'd be Pettersson, Kasper as their 1-2. That's not too bad. But I mean, they're giving up Quinn Hughes, obviously.
Right.
If they do get Kasper. I mean, there is something that would they do a deal with just getting Kasper for something else? That's a possibility. But I don't know what the Red Wings will want off the Canucks roster other than Hughes. I'm not really sure. Right. We did mention Marcus Pettersson. I don't think that's a deal that they'd give up Kasper for. It's going to be interesting. And of course, there's a talk with the Devils and all that. I mean, that they're the front runner in any Quinn Hughes trade. But if there is other teams involved, I think the Red Wings, this is a package I think the Canucks would be open to. Really young piece that's pretty much NHL ready at this point. First round pick, and then the picks and whoever roster player they do throw in, I don't know who it would be. But I mean, it could be a Rasmussen, it could be a Berggren. I mean, I don't know. And they're wanting young players as well. Right. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if a trade does happen, and it's seemingly more likely as time goes on here. I think this would be an okay one to go with.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, that's going to be the hard part. Obviously, Yzerman's going to want to give up only so much, whether it is you compare Kasper, Danielson, whoever. He's not going to want to give up X player. Vancouver could say, well, we want this X player. So, it's obviously we know how negotiations go. They never go 100% smooth with any kind of deal, whether it's sports, anything. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, the Canucks have a history. I mean, they have a history with trading with the Red Wings, getting Hronek there. And I mean, in hindsight, of course, Axel Sandin-Pellikka, the guy they got with that first round pick. It'd be kind of funny if that ended up being that he does go to the Canucks in this type of deal. But it'll be interesting to see if that actually comes, whatever trade it does end up being. All right, I'd finish the show. I go maybe back in time a little bit in Red Wings history, and that's Nick Kronwall and Thomas Vanek are set to enter the IIHF Hall of Fame, both very decorated players internationally. And Vanek, not so much of history in Red Wings as much as Kronwall. But what do you think about these two getting inducted into the Hall of Fame?
Both very well deserved. I mean, you look at what they've both done. I mean, Vanek, obviously, Austria wasn't necessarily the strongest or hasn't been the strongest internationally, but he did what he needed to and was very productive for them on the international level. And you look at Kronwall, I mean, triple gold club. At the World Junior levels, he was great when he played in them. So both well deserved. I mean, you look at it, and then you look at what they did in their NHL careers. Obviously, Kronwall's a staple in Detroit. No matter who you talk to, you can go down any game and you see 55 jerseys all over the place. Vanek, like you said, he's only with the team parts of a couple seasons, but I mean, still a player that people still remember when you bring up the name. So very, very well deserving for both of those two guys. And it's nice to see some good stuff happening.
Mm-hmm. And we all know Kronwall with his huge hip checks that he was you don't want to be on the ice with him. had to keep your head up. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I mean, very well deserving. And Vanek, of course, history in Vancouver as well, and only one season here, but played just very, very notable season. I had really good numbers. So yeah, it's both well deserving to be in the Hall of Fame, and we'll wait for them to get inducted there. All right. Well, thanks, Jordan, for coming on, talking Red Wings as always. As we continue through the season, it's been a bit of up and down the last few weeks for the Red Wings, but still very much in the playoff race as we get closer to the Christmas break. We'll see if there's any moves. I mean, trades sometimes happen before that roster freeze, but we'll see if the Red Wings are involved in any of that. But make sure to check out everything at thehockeybears.com. We got great articles throughout the website. And, of course, the Substack newsletter. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to that. And until our next video, we will see you next time.